Time passed gently. The village grew, but not in the way the city had once imagined. No towering buildings, no roaring machines. Instead, the people learned to grow with the forest, not over it.
Children were taught to listen before they spoke, to watch before they acted. And at the center of it all was the forest. Alive, always listening. But one evening, something changed.
Children were taught to listen before they acted, to watch before they acted. And at the center of it all was the forest. Alive, always listening. But one evening, something changed.
Raka nodded. The forest isn't afraid this time. He paused. It's calling. That night, the glow returned. Not just one light, but many. Tiny flickers of gold drifted through the trees like stars that had fallen to earth. Villagers stepped quietly into the forest, drawn by something they couldn't explain. Children, farmers, elders, all walking the same path, toward the heart. Deep beneath the oldest trees, where roots twisted like ancient veins, the ground began to hum. Low, steady, alive. Raka knelt, placing his hand on the soil once more. But this time, the whisper became a voice, clearer than ever before. Not heard with ears, felt inside. We are tired. The air grew still. The lights dimmed slightly. Mira stepped closer. "What does it mean?" she whispered. Raka closed his eyes and listened deeper than he ever had before. Beneath the surface, beneath the roots, something vast and ancient stirred. The balance is breaking. Raka's eyes opened suddenly. "The forest isn't just speaking about us," he said. "It's everything. The rivers beyond our village, the mountains, the lands we cannot see." Mira's face tightened. "You mean it's not enough?" Raka shook his head slowly. "We protected this place, but the world beyond hasn't listened." The glowing lights began to gather, swirling, forming a gentle spiral above the roots. And from within it, a shape began to appear. Not fully seen, not fully understood, but powerful, ancient, like the spirit of the forest itself. The voice spoke again, stronger now. "We cannot speak to all, but you can." Raka looked around at the villagers, at the children who had grown, at the ones just beginning to learn, at Mira, at all of them. And for the first time, he understood. "This was never just about protecting trees," he said quietly. "It was about becoming a voice." Mira stepped forward. "Then we won't stay silent." The next morning, the village did something no one expected. They didn't build walls. They didn't shut the forest away. They opened their story. Messengers traveled to nearby towns. They shared what they had learned. Not with anger, but with truth. Stories of rivers that once spoke, of forests that could heal, of of a world that was slowly losing its voice. Some people laughed. Some ignored them. But others listened. Months turned into years. And slowly, change began to ripple outward. Other villages began protecting their land. Rivers were cleaned. Trees were planted. Not everywhere. Not perfectly, but enough. One quiet evening, Raka returned once more to the heart of the forest. His steps slower now, but his eyes still listening. The sapling that had once been planted had grown tall, strong, alive. The glow appeared again, soft, familiar. You did more than keep your promise, the ancient voice whispered. Raka smiled faintly. We just passed it on. The wind moved gently through the leaves. This time, calm, steady, at peace. And deep beneath the roots, the ancient presence rested once more. Not because the world was perfect, but because it was finally being heard. And as long as even one voice chose to listen, the forest would never fall silent again.